guys, this is Chris from RestoMods. I'm here at the 24 SEMA show. As you can see, it's day 3. People are still getting their shots in at the SEMA sign. We're gonna take a walk around and look at some of the cool RestoMods that we found at this show. Obviously, it's really hard to fit all this into one video. We've also got walk around videos. Esparza has been doing some interviews with a bunch of cool builders. We'll try to link those up or find the links in the description of this video. I'm gonna pull a couple out that stand out to me and show you some stuff. Come on, let's check it out. So this is a 70 Charger. We're here in the Hemi's booth, obviously. This thing is completely carbon fiber. I'm not sure if it's the Finale speed body or if they got it fabricated somewhere else, but super cool build. They use the Hellcat shifter from the modern Hellcats. That's the 8-speed automatic. The power plant's direct connection. It looks like a Hellcat Hemi to me, but I don't know what's really underneath there. It's obviously sitting on a Roadster Shop chassis. Some really cool details in here. They did Sparco carbon fiber seats. Looks like a Spark Industries custom fab steering wheel. I mean, thousands, maybe tens of thousands of hours into this build. Everything on this car, the engine covers custom made. It looks like they lengthened a couple pieces. Everything's been smooth. I wouldn't be surprised if it, like I said, it's the Finale speed, completely fabricated 70 Charger body. But I'm not sure. I haven't talked to the builder or anything, but absolutely stunning build. Check out some of the details on this thing. So we're here in one of the Chevy Performance Parts manufacturer's booth, and they've got 4 cars in here that are just absolutely stunning. This 60 Impala has got an LT4 underneath the hood, full custom interior, pretty original on the exterior, which is amazing because these cars are huge and absolutely awesome. The body lines on this thing coming all the way from the front, kind of those flat fins that were so futuristic back then. And again, this is stuff they just do not make anymore, and it's so cool to see in person. And like I said, these things are huge. I feel like this trunk could fit 5 or 6 bodies, you know, just like the interior of the car. You could put 5 or 6 people in there very, very comfortably. And then in style, the job they did on the interior, the engine bay, the LT4 power plant. I mean, it's just an incredible build. And then the 60 Impala is kind of a year that gets ignored a little bit. A lot of people like the ragtop Impalas. Those have been done a million times over, low riders and everything else. But this thing is just a very cool hardtop 60 build, awesome. This is a 66 or 67 Super Sport Chevelle, C1 Corvette, and the Camaro, all incredible. Check these out. So this is what I really love about SEMA. You see stuff here that you would never see at any other car show or really anywhere else in the world, and that is just people being absolutely ridiculous with their vehicles just to try to get attention. So this is in the Welder Up booth, and this thing is obviously a semi-truck. I finally found a vehicle that's bigger than I am, and I love it. This thing is just so over the top. There's so many little details on this. We'll try to get the camera around and look at all the things in here. The interior is just absolutely wild. This company makes welding products, and so they want you to pay attention to their booth, come by and end up buying some of their welding face masks and stuff. And I might buy one just because this thing is so darn cool. It's got a huge diesel engine in the hood. It's a legit semi-truck. Look at the stacks on this thing. Those stacks have got to be 12 feet high. It's an incredible build, and it definitely got my attention. Check this thing out. So here's like another niche and another take on RestoMods. These are called like rebodies or conversion kits, and so they take a modern car, the modern insides, and then they wrap a classic skin on it, which is kind of the opposite of what we do. We start with the classic car, and then we rebuild it with modern internals and modern technology. These are really cool though, and they definitely have a place in the space. These ones are done by a company called Modern Classics. You can see it's basically the modern Mopar interior with the modern shifter, all the electronics, everything looks like a modern Dodge that you would buy right out of the showroom floor. I think these have the 392 Hemi underneath the hood. You can see the wide body kits that they put on. I think that's a fiberglass panel that they just lay over the original metal skin of these Cudas. Now, if you want to win a more original RestoMod Cuda, head over to RestoMods.com. You could take home our 1970 Hemi Cuda right now, which is a little bit of a different take, but to each their own. Let me know what you guys think of these conversions in the comments. So this right here is a 68 Coronet. You guys know I'm a big Mopar guy. And I absolutely love these. They're not a Charger, it's not a Challenger, it's not a Cuda. They're kind of like the lesser known brands. This is also, I believe, the same basically as the Roadrunner. They're just different trim packages. I think the grille and the taillights are a little bit different. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I think we have a 70 Roadrunner at paint and body right now we're going to work on. But this thing really gives me a lot of ideas on how to elevate the build. These guys just went absolutely crazy on a car that's maybe not one of the more popular models for the RestoMod candidates. And then a lot of Mopar guys won't do RestoMods because they want to keep everything numbers matching, original, really true to it, which is great, except for the fact those cars drive like when they come from the factory. So this thing's obviously got QA1, it's sitting on a chassis They put some big meats in the back, and then they put the 800 horsepower. I think that's a Demon Hellcat, if I had to guess. Hellcrate, yeah, so that's probably the 707 horsepower Hellcat supercharged Hemi, which is a great power plant. Hopefully they went with the 8-speed. Nope, they did the Tremec T56, so 6-speed manual on that Hellcat. This thing's got to just be so much fun. Really cool build. There's tons of stuff I love about this, and it's all about attention to detail, like everything with all the builds here at SEMA. This thing is just absolutely over the top. There's thousands of man hours, and a lot of it in fabrication. You can just look at the engine bay, look at the grille. All that stuff is custom fabricated. All the way they have the bumpers tucked and paint matched perfectly, kind of with this Orca color scheme, white and black. They did leave a lot of the original trim, but it looks like they powder coated a lot of it. I love the wheel choices. They definitely tubbed this car. Just beautiful lines on these Coronet Roadrunner models, and it really accentuated a lot of things that I love about it. So check this car out. All right, guys, check out this Sinister Chev. This thing's got an LT4, it looks like, underneath the hood. Tons of custom fab work, and this is really typical of a SEMA build, like you'll see right in the front of the exhibit hall right here. This thing is obviously a feature piece. Super cool car, and you can just tell that thousands of hours went into this car. All the bumpers are shaved and painted and tucked. Tons of custom body work there that just looks like it should be factory, but it's absolutely not. All this work in the engine bay, tons of custom fabrication work, obviously the smooth firewall. They tucked the LT4 right in there. And then you'll see a lot of stuff in the body lines, like the shaved door handles, how they tucked those and recessed them into the door. And then the interior, all that work. They've done flush mounted windows. The glass on the front and back is both flush mounted. They left some of the drip rails, and you can tell that's really where a lot of like the artistic part of this comes in. And you can really see that these are craftsmen at work on these cars, where they left some of the drip rail. A lot of guys will get rid of it completely and just change that body line. These guys left it intact at the top part, but then shaved it into the A-pillar. And all that custom fabrication work is really, really difficult, and it's a really high skill application that I just have a ton of admiration for. And I think this car right here is a beautiful application of all that. Contributes to some classic body lines, but just lightly modified and really tastefully done. And I bet this thing drives like a bat out of hell. It just looks awesome. I'd love to get a chance to get behind the wheel, or if it's for sale, I'd love to buy it. I don't know if it is, we'll see. Another thing I love about what the builder did with this car is how they left the cowl induction, and I really hope it works. Obviously the car's not running and driving right now, but I have to believe if they put this here, it actually works, which to me is one of those classic things that they just don't make on cars anymore. That is a key part of why this Chevelle is cool. And these guys integrated it, left it in, and then improved it a little bit. It's very cool. All right, so here's a really cool car from our friends over at Superformance. These guys make replicas of all the Cobras. You've seen their stuff, the Ford GT40. They make really cool drivable replicas of these because you wouldn't want to drive the multi-million-dollar originals, or a lot of people don't. That's like coloring over a Picasso. But these things are replicas, and so you can drive and enjoy them. This is a really unique one. This is the Corvette Grand Sport, so it's essentially a racing version of the C2 that GM made back in the 60s to actually race at Le Mans. And it's just really cool. I mean, you're gonna see stuff, again, this is an example of stuff you really only see at SEMA. This one is a replica. You can buy it and you can drive it from Superformance. Some really cool features of this. I'm just a sucker for side pipes. This thing's got awesome side pipes on it. One of my favorite features on the C2 is the headlight enclosure. This is obviously not that, but it's also very cool. I love the plexiglass enclosure on that thing. This is a legit race car, but from Superformance, it's a race car that you can actually buy and drive around town and have a lot of fun in. Check this thing out. All right, guys, that's a wrap for me on SEMA 2024. Hopefully you saw some cool stuff that you liked. We're thinking about building a car for SEMA 2025. Let me know in the comments what you guys think we should build. What were your favorite things that you saw today? What did I miss? Point out all that stuff. We'll talk to you later.